morning, and welcome to the wee hours of October 1st, 2019 here in Rochester, New York. Hey, I'm up early because I've got so many things to do later on today, but I wanted to talk to you because this is week number 48, and 48 is of the 52 weeks I promised to do these life in 200-second videos, and so I'm getting close to the end, my friends. And I just thought I'd have to come in and just talk to you today just about this message that's on my heart. You see, I've been doing this for some time now, and I did tell you at one time that I wanted to start doing these things so I could speak with a voice that wasn't going to just come into your head with words, but come into your spirit as truth. And I've tried to do that in the last little while. But today I want to tell you something else. Why? Why am I doing this? I mean, not just to do that, but why? And that's because, my friends, I've been living a supernatural life. I know for a lot of you who know me for some time, I mean, some of you I haven't seen like for 15 years or more, but you know me as a nice guy, as a guy who tries to do the right thing. But you might be wondering, why all this religious stuff that I've been talking about lately? No, and I'm not going religious. I don't think anything more of people who just kind of just listen to a whole bunch of rules and regulations and try to live by those things as if that's going to get you into heaven. You're going to be saved and go to heaven because of that. That's not what I'm all about. I'm living a supernatural life. What do I mean? What's happened to me is a number of years ago, God did something unusual and started to do something quite unusual with me. I was at a point where cancer was going to take my life. The doctor said they couldn't do anything for me. And miraculously, overnight, I don't have any more cancer. In fact, when I finished work and I finished doing some consulting things I was doing, I was in some deep debt. I was over $100,000 in debt, and I had no income other than a little pension money. So how was I going to do anything? And supernaturally, God came in, and overnight, the debt disappeared. Then my son Nathan, he was living this terrible life, and drug addiction, sexual perversion. Oh man, he was stealing things from homes. Alcoholism was in him. He was just a mess. And overnight, God just brought him back to life, and now he's going to live in another country to help them. So I mean, this supernatural life is something that just inside of me. And so I came here today to tell you that there's reasons for this. And that's why I've been talking these things over the last 48 weeks. You see, I commend you to God and to the word of his grace. And he is able, he's more than able to give you an inheritance and build you up. To all those people who are in his sphere of sanctification. I know that's a whole bunch of words, but it simply says this: God is giving us an inheritance, and that inheritance comes from his grace. Now, his grace and the things he does supernaturally for us is not because of something we've done. We can't do anything to get more favor from him or to get more grace or to get more of this supernatural abundant life. He just gives it to us because of grace, because he loves us. You know, it's strange that here was God that mankind rejected, put on a cross, and killed in the flesh. And what does he do for the rejection? He comes back and receives us into his love and his mercy and into his grace. So how do we, if we want to enter into this supernatural life with God, what do we do to make that happen? And God just says simply that he goes before us and is our help in times of need. So what does that mean? It means that tomorrow, God is already there. Yesterday, God was already there. A year from now, God is already there. Time means nothing to him. And when you wake up tomorrow and enter into that day, he's already there. He's known what's going to happen already. He's seen the forces that are coming against you by your own making or by others around you. He's gone into the past. He's changed things to provide provision for you in the future. Can you imagine that? So when you wake up tomorrow, he's already been working in the past because he knows the problems you're going to have in the next day, and he's providing for you then. It's a God of a supernatural, and that's the God that I've been following for some time now. The Bible tells us this: "For by grace you have been saved, through faith, and not of yourself. It is the gift of God." Salvation, my friends, is not a reward for the good things that you've been doing. No, 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 no. That's so none of us can boast. No, my friends, this is a free gift of God to us by faith. Now, what does that mean? You see, grace is that thing that God has for us. He gives it to us freely. But in order to get what he's giving us freely, we have to freely receive it. We have to be like little children. And when he wants to hand us a gift, we have to put our hand out and in faith receive what he's giving us. I know that seems kind of silly. It seems like it's just illogical. But that's who God is. He's a God of the universe. He's a God of the supernatural. So if you want to receive those gifts, just believe by faith that God is willing to give them. And he is. He's willing to lead you in this life of supernatural if you just want to have it. So my friends, I'm just letting you know today, I'm living this supernatural life. Even today, even this day, I'm living a supernatural life. Things have happened just already this morning that are supernatural. And I'd ask you, consider joining this. Not some kind of religious movement. No, just have faith in God. Just trust in him. Tell him that you love him and ask him to come into you. I'm telling you, my friends, a supernatural life is the way to go. It'll lead you to happiness. It'll lead you to joy. Hey, thanks for listening to this message today. I'm looking forward to finishing all of these 52 lessons up in the next few weeks. Bye for now. See you next week.